I would like to take a look at these two Teklovossen lists because I have been playing Teklovossen for about a year, and it was nice to see these two show up in the top 8. So I think what I'd like to do is try to find what's common between the two, and then figure out what's not overlapping. So the first thing is, let's take a look at the attacks. Alright, there's 3 Ghost Protocol Architect, 3 Terminator Tank, 3 War Machine, I think these 9, and the 3 Ripple Away, 3 Scrap Compactor. I would put these 5 as non-negotiable. This is just going to help advance your game plan in many ways. This is a metagame call, but it's quite good right now. These usually get played as a 6x. I have seen some fatigue decks play fewer, but unless if you really know what you're doing, it's a little bit too strong to pass up. And this card is a bit of a sleeper. It seems a little weak given that you're not really boosting with the deck, but being able to find the right evos at the right time is quite good. Now, Pulse Wave Protocol is for disruption. It's also just a popper if you run into some prisms. Mechanical Strength is a blue that's strong enough to kill Chum. And actually, when it's fully, when you have 4 evos, you can even kill the large 11 attack guy. Protocol can also kill Chum. This card is really just a blue block 3, but at the end of the game, once you have Singularity, it's a 0 for 4 go again. So that's pretty cool. And we'll go to the second list. Alright, so there is some overlap here. We do have... Oh, did the first one have Command and Conquer? It did not, so that's pretty interesting. The second list has 3 Command and Conquer, 3 Erase Face, 3 Weakest Link. So this was much more of like a generic kind of toolbox for sideboard plans. They're all very good when you get to the late game. Being able to pitch a blue and come in with the gun for 3 and then follow up with one of these tacks is quite good. And Demolition Protocol is just like a nod to Dash. And Magnetic Protocol is good in the mirror. I'm not too sure how many other matchups it's very good in. You're looking for decks that play a lot of temper equipment. But let's see. Could actually steal a game, maybe versus Max or something too. Just want to try one of these filters out. So we're looking for maybe generics. So this does give an overview of just how many generics are being played in this list. So 28 cards. You can. This one only runs 22. And there's a lot of commonality between the defense reactions. So we have 3 Sync, 3 Fate, 3 Shelter. It's really standard. The second list is actually really much closer to the list that I was playing at the Battle Hardened. It's running probably the life gain package, but 3 Fiddler's Green at a minimum. The Unmovable is kind of a nod to the overpower decks. We'll come back to some of these cards. So let's see what we have here. For the yellows, this is exclusively like for Gravy and Prism. It's also good against Kasai. If they know what they're doing, it can be quite dangerous. And you can see in the second list, I think that's where those generic attacks were kind of taking place a little bit more. So, reviewing through this, there's quite a lot of evos here. I'm curious about the evo count between the two decks. So we'll come back to both and compare them. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Well, the headpiece I think is pretty easy to conclude 2 is good because getting 5 intellect is quite strong. I've practiced a bunch and also seen other players have lists running 2 arms, and the arms can be quite good. Not really for this reason, but mostly for this reason. So when this transforms to or from the other Evo, you get to kind of recur some of your attacks. So you're not as reliant on remembrance to have a high threat density. So pretty standard, but yeah, it is a little bit lighter on these. They're not the best blocks, having a 1 block in hand, so they're obviously much better when you can banish them off of things like Fabricate. Now, also not playing the whole AB package here, which is interesting. It only has 2 in this case, the head and the arms. Evo Magneto, I think there was actually a nice game on stream where he was able to take the Bolton item. Now, I'm not sure too many matchups where it's very good. Dash, it's very good, and it was very good against Verdance with the potion matchups. It's also okay. You might be able to take, I don't know if you can take tokens. I'm pretty sure you can't. So it isn't really helpful against Gravy Bones. So 2 Fabricate, 1 Remembrance, 2 Fabricate. But you can see this has like the full AB package, so maybe a little bit more. And we see 3 Amulet of Echoes. So this version looks like it's, I don't want to say it's more prepared for Acilio, it's just approaching the matchup in a different way. The second deck, let's see if I can find Arcane Barrier in here. Let's see, Arcane Barrier. Maybe not. Do I have Arcane Barrier here? I'd have to look for it. But this one's running Arcanite Skullcap, so it's like potentially AB6 when you're at less life. Plus, you have access to 3 Amulet of Echoes and all of the AB Evos. So they're all very good. Warmongers is also okay. And then this one, it does look like it's, trying to cover itself more with the disruptive card. So weakest link is fine against Acilio. You get the unhits. Erase face is also good. The Command and Conquers are okay. And it looks like this one is going for just AB1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then 1 Amulet of Echoes. Now, and also only 1 Warmongers. That's interesting to see that. So this one's playing 1 Cognition Nodes, and it looks like the other player dropped their copy of it. It can be good, I think. Maybe as people become used to playing against Teklovossen, they understand that it can be a threat, but it can also be a liability, not being able to block. And I've noticed that this list has 1 Scrap Trader where the other one has 2. Yeah, they're pretty good. Being able to scrap two Evos, especially if one is one of the new ones, you can just play it directly. If you do have an extra blue in your hand, then you can play one of the larger Evos as well. But other than that, pretty similar decks in the sense that they're both trying to block a lot. I mean, we could try to move some of these to this to the sideboard or the inventory. So just move these. Again, I'm not sure how many of those they were playing in their main deck, but these are all pretty obviously not in the main deck. Just moving some of these down. And those are all pretty standard looking things. Like the skull cap is also in the inventory. So now we're looking at 23, 26, yeah, it's okay, 12. So I think this is possibly what they have. They probably are looking to optimize down to 60 in the matchups where they can, but I'm not very certain of which ones they are. Now, some of these do look like, you have your mech matchups, you have your Acilio matchups. So some of these can go here. I have seen that not everybody likes to play Remembrance in every matchup. And yeah, I think that's probably okay. You can make a case maybe. It's interesting. So they are on 3 alpha mold. This one's on 3 dissolver. So there is I've played many games where you have an alpha mold on turn 0 and you end up having to put an Evo on top of it because it just doesn't line up with your dissolver, and you don't really want to put one on top of your spark cap early game. You just lose some opportunities there. But some matchups you do just have to race. I think the unmovable is not necessary in every matchup. Same with cognition nodes. Now that the Evo base arms are the beta arms are pretty good. So this is what, 31? Oh, so it's probably to do like a straight 60 would be here. So we have 31, 32, and 28 is 60. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this list seems pretty straightforward. You can take a look at some of the attacks. Again, it doesn't really show yet if it resides in the main deck or the inventory. And then just to finish up with this, we have 23, 26, 36, 46, 56, maybe 3 cards, so that doesn't make sense. 23, 26, no, it's actually 63. So there's actually 3 cards to cut. I don't think I would cut any blues, but if I did, it would be some of these beta. You can make a case that maybe you don't need to play all 3 of these, and some of these matchups, that could be a liability. So I'll probably move one of these to the inventory. I'm not that crazy about the chest piece. These might be more for games where you need to rush into your Evo builds. And if you're not playing as many Evos, then you can probably move one into here. So, yeah, the deck looks pretty okay. Very similar. The only card that I don't have a lot of experience with is this Ghost Protocol mainframe, and I think I saw another deck recently that was running some yellow scrap compactor, so I see there's only 2 in this list. That's a judgment decision, but I would probably find myself running a third compactor over the mainframe. And again, yeah, sorry, I should probably realize that not everybody playing or interested in maybe watching this has some background on what these cards do. If you are interested in playing Teklovossen, I would highly recommend going to the Purple Discord. The people in the Teklovossen thread are very friendly. There's also an additional Teklovossen Discord server where, again, people are also very friendly. So this was also trying to highlight some FaB Bazaar, trying to get used to showing what capabilities it has in terms of rendering some of these subsets of cards, which hopefully is something that people will find useful. Thank you. Bye.